Howdy, back with Vasas, 2028 to 2029. Welcome on board. We've done some big dealings. Gotta be honest. Let's get first into the schedule. Let's go to the schedule because we did make our way through the Champions League qualification. Finally, we got drawn against Legia Warsaw, and I don't think it was important enough to really to record it, to be honest, because I thought we were way better, and we proved that over the two legs, 5-0 on aggregate. We have already started playing in the Champions League, in a away 2-2 draw against Saint Etienne. This was after losing 3-0 at home to Inter Milan. Inter Milan looked very good. Very good indeed. Actually, in Group A, our next opponents, Liverpool, who have got some of our old players, they're actually in third at the moment, strangely enough. If we look at their team, is any of our old players in their first team? Probably not, looking at that. But I'm sure they've got some old faces that we can see. Yeah, Breno's there. Sure you remember Breno. Excellent player, 21-year-old centre mid. Wish we could have kept him for a little bit longer. How much money did we sell him for? 3.7 million wasn't enough in my eyes, and probably was a release clause met. Let's have a look. Who else? I think they've got more than one, because if you look at the schedule here, we've played them twice in friendlies. So let's try... it was the striker, wasn't it? It was the striker. And I think they actually took someone else. Yes, I think it was these two signed up. So we were looking at Breno, but I'm pretty sure this was a release clause. It was actually these two, Dionisi and Josinando, who we actually wanted to get rid of. Because we had a new wave of strikers ready to go. They were the reason why we played them twice in friendlies early on in the season. Right, let's have a look at the transfer history. We've been using a hell of a lot of the clauses, paying out the clauses, buying out the clauses, to push further and further on. So we've spent £61 million. Obviously, it's not astronomical like we've seen here. But it is still more than we're actually letting go. So, from the sales, organise that. There's a load of loans trying to develop or reduce wage budgets. Then we have Italo. He lost that 5-star potential. Just moved him out of the club. Really cheap. Should have got more for him. Janos Varga has moved on. A Hungarian that just doesn't make the mark. Maximiliano Ledesma goes back to Peñarol after his potential reduced. I think that's the second time that situation happened. Peñarol to Vasas, Vasas back to Peñarol. We'll be talking about Peñarol in a second. Denis Danilin goes to Spartak Moscow, 425k. And then we have the Scottish, come Icelandic, I think, Omar Gerson going to UPest Information. Yes, Icelandic as well. Born in Falkirk. That was £500,000. Levante. Perza got sold to Budapest Honved. Korsos is off to Kishvarda. Dominic Kosic, one of the real players that we had to scramble into the club when the board were really, really unhappy with us. Moving to Molfehavar. And we get into the more significant ones. Ernesto Gonzalez goes to one of the Mexican teams, I think. Querétaro. Antonio Pinto's moved to Inter Milan. That was a quick sale after unfortunately not being 5 stars, being signed up from Porto. Rafael Vargas, Honved, the Uruguayan striker. Sergei Kulikov moves to Dynamo Kiev. It was 3.5 stars current ability, but didn't have any potential. Sorry, I was leaning way over to that side, but we're getting through this quite quick. Josef Sabo has gone to Ferencváros for £1.2 million. £1.3 million for Borislav Petric. So we signed him up for £2 million. Thought that was an absolute steal. Did great last season, and then sold him at a loss. Madness. I thought we were going to get way more than £2 million for that, but we move. He's definitely he's at his peak. Ivan Gautier goes to Napoli for £1.4 million. Dordovic is off to Inter Milan. Most of these not at the maximum potential. Brian Lima to Nacional. Bilash that's a midfielder. I was going to give a chance to him. I was going to give a go to him this season, but then his potential dropped, which is a shame. Christian Ramos, the Chilean forward, goes to Copenhagen. Riska goes to Juventus. I think he was maximum potential, but I don't believe he's going to make it. That's my thought on the thing, and I think it's a $5 million plus 40% of next sale. Kralovic has gone. This is a 5-star player. I wish that we had kept him around, but we argued like cat and dog. We just could not see eye to eye. Emre Eke gone to Fenerbahce. Steal that, to be honest, because he dropped away from his 5-star potential, and Fenerbahce came in 6 million, 7.5 potential. Like this is a big sale for someone that clearly won't be world class. Breitner, £10 million to Al Hilal. So the fickle Brazilian striker is out of the door. He has definitely hit his ceiling, hit his peak. He's not going to get any more than that. Might get slightly, but that's really the skeleton of his abilities. The backbone of what he's going to be as a player all the way through his career. 10 million's a decent chunk. I don't know if there's a 40% on that, to be honest. I think it's just straight 10 million. But we will see. It's been a couple of days since I last played this. The free. Okay, so these are incomings to the club. The free Dolan Moscoso is an interesting one. Because I see him, expiring contract, with 6 months to go. He doesn't look like anything. The scout's like, oh, he's going to be maximum potential. I'm like, nah, that looks like an old scout report. So we scout him again, and it turns out that he is still maximum potential. I was like, well, I might as well have a gamble, even though he is 21 years old, and he is at the club. And he is maximum potential, but I don't know, man. 21? Yeah, very, very surprising. Dario Di Rose comes in, 1.3 million from San Lorenzo. Another one from the Colombian club. Is it Colombia? Deportes Tolima. Very nice. Another South American club that we are trying to catch some players from. 1.9 million for that fullback. Looking very nice. Actually played a lot of first team games for us already. Christian Madrid. Oh, I think, I got caught up on this one, I believe. It was a signing that Man City wanted to make. And I did have a bit of money spare, so we outbid them, and somehow we won. We won the player. He is growing quite nicely here, but I think his potential's not great. Well, we'll keep an eye on that. I might have a look. Can we have a look? First one to find him wins. Christian Madrid. Yeah, he's only 4 stars. So I'm not expecting things for that. It's just a 3 million. It's only 3 million out of the 61 that we've outlaid. I don't mind it. We're always going to have a bad signing here and there. Marlon looks like a decent sign, an 18-year-old that I think had 6 months left on his contract, but I didn't even want to risk that. I wanted to sign him up. He looked like a very raw player, and at 3.5 million, we got him cheap because of the contract running out. He's 6'5". You never know. The man might actually turn in to a striker with that kind of height. That is a ridiculous height to be playing as a winger. Lorenzo Cobos is growing quite nicely. He's on loan to Molfair Havar at the moment. That's a 4.5 million pound signing. Gabriel Schwager is very, very late inclusion to the side. I just like you don't usually see the very well-rounded centre-backs at, like, seriously young age. And 17 for someone with that much of a wheel. I think he could even play midfield. He's that competent. He could be a very good centre-back. We have Chudo Gurega, and that is a 5-star potential ability. Left-footed, Romanian centre mid. Getting some centre mids in here to bolster up. I think it was this guy that I'm highlighting that wanted more centre mids, and I think we made him very happy. It might have been Dimov. It was either one. Anyway, great signing from Peñarol. We were bound to get someone from Peñarol that was like properly like European level class. Diego Gemara, probably the best player playing in Hungary right now. Doesn't have that potential. He's still going up, so he's definitely there's an opportunity there for him to turn 5-star, which would be awesome. I'm expecting him to do that. But even if he doesn't, he's probably still the best player in Hungary, and there's nothing really that can even compare to him. Anyway, this from one fickle striker, got rid of Breitner, to another one, an Austrian 17-year-old, a centre forward, 6 foot, really good. Like this kind of wheel, much like I say with the well-rounded centre-back, the technically gifted, even good at vision centre-back. And is he Austrian? No, I think he was Swiss. I think the lad was Swiss. So we got a Swiss centre-back, Austrian striker, really honing in on the Central European countries. But yeah, keep an eye on him. He could be incredibly good. Got 17 finishing already. Lovely old wheel. I do apologise if I talk too much about the wheel. That's how I read the attributes. Of course, I go in, maybe look at like finishing if he's a striker. Of course, he's got to have like some good finishing. But really, all my reading is here just to prove what kind of play style the guy is going to be, and if we can actually develop him into a different position. Okay, David Scotto. This is a player that I wanted to sign January, but we didn't have the funds. We had a selection of 3 players. We went for the centre mids. Can't remember who it was. I think it was a Romanian guy, Hungarian. But no, it was Benali. It was Benali coming out of AZ. It was looking really good anyway. So that was a good signing. Probably the right decision. But I consulted with some of the lads on Discord before making that decision. I really wanted to bring this guy in. We had the money in the summer. He was still pretty cheap. So we in fact, I think it was cheaper because there was a bit of inflation. I think Scotto was going up to 10 million through the winter. He'd actually gone down in price. That's a banging player for 7.5 million. If he improves. Potential, the stars, the coaches expect him to improve. This guy, really, really strange one. We've kept an eye on him for at least a season. Of course, that wheel catches your attention straight away. He is insane. He was actually like that at 18 years old. Maybe not as good, but he was very impressive as a really young player. 20 determination. Got a scouting report, only 4.5 stars. So I was like, right, okay, we'll back off because it's a lot of money. It is a lot of money. Then we got a scout report at 5 stars. Then we started ploughing the money in. Sign him up, only 4.5 stars. So the first scout was more accurate, but he is still pretty sick. And he is banging in goals for us. I'm not going to lie. Got 11 in 16 overall. Still could be a really, really good signing. The personality is spot on. We'll probably make a loss overall, unless one of the big European clubs comes in, maybe catches an eye. And then the one that I'm really happy with, I don't know, was this, it might have been through my shortlist method, this winger. Just needed a... You remember Josh Sharp from the Rupel Boom series? This is it. This is it. Only the fact that he's Brazilian and called Alex. He is a very, very workhorsey, motivational motherfucker that's probably going to win us 2 or 3 games on his own this season because of his mentality. Can we have a look? History. Scored 4 goals. Got a really, really good average rating at 7.41. Okay. Competitions. We're top of the bank, Liga. That's no surprise. We're bottom of the Champions League. That's also no surprise, really. And the Hungarian Cup is very much just getting started. And now we get to face, hopefully, one of our old players. Fingers crossed. I would like to see Breno. See how he's getting along. I think we're only going to do 1 game in the Champions League, unless us against Saint Etienne goes to the last day. Maybe we go and watch that, because that might just decide who's going into the Europa League. Come to think about it, because like Europe have like a 3rd level of competition. You'd think, I'm sure this is not the case, but you'd think that the actual 4th place teams in the Champions League. Did you see that little stop? Oh, mate, Mukoko has smashed it. You'd think that the 4th place teams in the Champions League would actually drop into the Conference League. You'd think. I don't think it happens like that. Pretty sure that's not the situation. Oh well, Liverpool actually scored with their first shot. I've had a buzzing day. Absolutely buzzing day. Being outside, soaked up some sun, got the music on, so relaxed. You've got to do that more. I've got to do that more. Great save. Andrada's in our net. There's a little goalkeeping competition going on, but we really should start bringing in the, is it the Serbian? The goalkeeper that we signed for a lot of money, like 7 million, probably was our record at the time. Could still be our record if it's like 8 million. I'm seeing the old... Oh, I know why the old game's stuttering a little bit. I do apologise. I'm rendering at the same time. Yeah, that's something that we probably shouldn't be doing. Yep, completely forgot about that. I see no warnings. Thankfully, I see no warnings whilst recording this, so hopefully we're all good. Thankfully, the PC is a little bit of a machine, but you probably will see the little drops in frames now and again. I was wondering, while I was playing this, why my video card was like blowing such like hot air. Why it was so loud. Now I understand. Yes. It was a wonderful goal there by, Messier? Probably is Messier. Just chipping it over the goalkeeper. Might decide swapping goalkeepers at half-time for us. The quicker we can get the other goalkeeper into the first team, the better. I think their current abilities are very, very similar. It's a good clearance. Can we get some solid defending? Yeah, that's Andrada. Decent enough catch. A nice take. Gemara was wanted by a couple of the big clubs. He might have been wanted by Liverpool, actually. That could be another tie. Hopefully he does well against them. Marcio! Hey! I mean, that shows how much we've come on. Like, we've actually given this a game. What's the stats like? Yeah, okay. We're playing like shit. Fine. Stats-wise, looks like we're playing like shit. Scoreboard-wise, though, getting into half-time, potentially, fingers crossed, 2-1 down. Always progress. Okay, 3-1 down. But still is progress. Still, we're right there. Some crazy stuff happens in the Champions League, doesn't it? Like beating Man City. Who would have thought we would have been Man City by now? I hope we would have been able to like beat Man City in a Champions League final. They've been really, really solid the last couple of seasons in this. Alright. I did suggest it. Let's go and do it. Jakub Zmrhal. Jakub Zmrhal. Good work. Nice name. Lima's on the bench for us. We are gonna go Guerrilla. Velic just behind. The deep line playmaker. Keep the last sub intact. Some big experience for our other goalkeeping option. Corner kick. Nice and easy for Harvey Hall in the net. Alex Hall. Oh, Makoko's just taking it away. What the fuck? His leg didn't swing. That's the reason why we hang around with the third sub. Nice. Let's give Scotto some game time out here. It's this very difficult game. Yeah, what a terrible throw that is. I'm going to guess that Hoyos is not having a good game. Gemara's losing the ball. Velic pushes it forward, though. That's a fantastic one. Dimov should be able to finish, because he's a great finisher. And it's 3-2. I'm going to encourage. I think we can just nick this. I'm going to go for it. Come on. Limbs if we could equalise. Encourage more. Why is this sad faces? You're 3-2 against Liverpool. Bruh. Still a great result. I appreciate it. Good work. Oh, for fuck's sake. Can't go 1 second without bad things happening to us. He's been looking so good. No. My world's crumbling. What options have we got as a right back? Bernard. Yeah. But he's a centre back, first and foremost. Okay. More like he's a wing back, isn't he? So he needs to learn a lot. He's had a bad paper round. He doesn't look 19. San definitely can play right back. He's sick. So we're covered. We won't really miss him, but we will miss him because he's a very, very good player. Adrian Acosta can also play right back. Yeah, plenty of players that can get there. Damn, man. Overall, good experience, good result. But damn, that's a shame. Right. Well, it's been nice to get back into Vasas. Back into the swing of terrible disappointment. Hopefully we get into the Europa League. I really want to miss this Saint Etienne game. I think we're going to have to play it, though. I want to soak in some Hungarian football, man. Feels like ages. See you next time.